Hey everyone, Chris here. Today's video, of course you can tell by the title, is on a lot of things actually. We have the H&K vp9 2020 optics ready model. We have a CNA's precision optics plate and the holosun 507C. This is in the green edition. Because I have such a really hard stigmatism, I decided to give green a try. And before we dive in any further, I just want to say I purchased everything that you see here with my own money. Nobody reached out to me. Nobody sent me anything for free. This was out of my own pocket. Nobody paid for anything but me. And I figured I'd just let everybody know that. Second of all, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for all the love and support that you guys have shown me the last 2 years of making videos on YouTube. I greatly appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I can't wait to see what the future holds. And I just want to say thank you so very much for that. Let's dive into the hors d'oeuvres really quick before we get to our lobster and steak. So, right off the bat, there are plenty of videos out there on the holosun 507C. This is the green edition. And there's another couple of videos out there on the CNH precision optics plate. There's something that I want you guys to be wary of. When you take off your plate, this is on the H&K plate that sits on top of the slide. Be very careful when you are taking it out. Make sure that you have the right set of hex screws or star screws, that you don't strip it out. I almost stripped these guys out. I just wanted to, words of advice, be careful when taking out those set screws because you can strip that out. It will come with 3 different set screws. You'll get stainless, you will get a smaller set, and then you'll get a little bit longer set. The stainless set holds the plate down to the slide, and then depending on what kind of optic you have, this particular set is actually for the Trijicon and the holosun family. Me and my brother went back and forth a little bit, rather if I should use the shorter screws for the optic or the longer screws for the optic. And we both decided that more meat on the bones is a lot better than not having as much meat because of how much force is thrown back onto the slide. The last thing you want is for that optic to come flying back. So we use the longer screws. Normally they are numbered. I think 2, 3, and 1. Mine were not numbered, so some trial and error there. But regardless, we were able to figure it out. And it does come with thread locker, which is nice because I cannot find my other thread locker. I don't know where the hell I put it. Anyway, the green holosun 507C I like. And green seems to pop to me a little bit more. I do have some red dots on my ARs, and I still get the kind of the halo effect, or sometimes I'll see 2 dots instead of 1 dot. I decided to try green out, and I love it. I cannot wait to take it to the range and actually see what it's like during the day. Actually get it sighted in, get the plate and everything Loctite everything down to spec. And be very careful when you are tightening things down that you don't go too tight and strip out your screws. So, kind of something Mickey from Carry Trainer always said it. Food for thought. Now on to our main course here. Our lobster and our steak. All right, so this one is chambered in 9mm. They do make a 40 version. There's 3 different types that I've seen on the market. You will get Trijicon night sights, you will get blacked out rear sights, or you will just get blacked out sights, period. Depending on what make and model or what you can find out there in the market. They got, as far as the frame goes, you got gray, you got FDE, you got tan, you got black, OD green. Maybe I said that, maybe I haven't. But there's a lot of different configurations out there. You have the tactical model with the suppressor high sights. Some of them are blacked out rear. Some of them it's just the tritium front post. Some of them both have, tritium in the front and the back. It kind of just depends what's out there. This one in particular is the blacked out serrations with the fluorescent paint post. And living here in the state of Colorado, unfortunately, we can't have anything more than 15 rounds. So if you live in the state of Colorado or you live in a non-free state, you're probably going to get 10 rounds or no magazines. I got the no magazines. But if you're one of the lucky few and you live in a free state, it will come with 17 round magazines. Of course, I've seen magazines go anywhere between as low as $30 all the way up to $62, depending on where you're shopping, where you go, coupons and things like that. So kind of keep that in mind. Had to take a drink. We'll go ahead and pop this bad boy open. First things first, when you open it up, you will get a awesome sticker from H&K. That's awesome. We'll go ahead and get that out of the way. Of course, as of July 1st, here in the state of Colorado, we have the Safe Storage Act. It is what it is. So you'll get your paperweight or your lock, your manual. This is a really in-depth manual, and I say that a lot about the manuals. But what's really nice is that when you go to the range, you can actually, take that data and put it on this back sheet right there, which I think is kind of cool. It goes very in depth from, how to change out your striker, how to take off your optics plate, and this thing is awesome. Very in depth manual. H&K, you did a good job right there. And now for the main course. So you will get the firearm itself, and we'll go ahead and get this guy out of the way really quick. You will get your back straps and side straps. You get a magazine loader. No magazines. Why do I need a loader? It is what it is. You get your gel pack. I know it's not part of it, but it's in the box. And we'll go ahead and get all of this out of the way. The H&K is safety checked. There's nothing in the Magwell, nothing in the chamber. And as you can see, we already have the holosun on the CNH Precision plate. Because of YouTube's guidelines and everything, I can't show that. I can't even show you how to take this down and clean it. But if you wanted to take it down, all you have to do is take down the lever, drop your slide, and it comes right off. This is the European style. It has the paddles. There is a B series. You can use the push button if you wish. We got a full 1913 Picatinny rail right there. And as you can see on how that green just pops. That is so cool. And we have the fluorescent front post with the serrated blacked out rear. Of course, you can't co-witness with this. It is what it is. At the end of the day, you have your polymer ears back here to kind of help you get a little bit better purchase when grabbing the back of the slide. This is 9mm. Our length is 7.34 inches. So that is our length. And then our height is depending, optic or non-optic. But without the optic, we are looking at 5.4 inches. And our width is 1.32, depending on what kind of side panels you have, your back strap, and things like that. Your barrel is going to be 4.09 inch barrel, and our sight radius from our front post to our rear is going to be 6.38, and the weight is going to be 25.56 ounces, depending if you have a optic or not. The weight and the dimension could change on that. All of these specs I did get from H&K's website. Cold hammer forged barrel, polyogram, poly something. I cannot pronounce it. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm butchering that name. But anyway, very tight rifling, so you're going to get some really nice accuracy out of that. Of course, it all comes down to the shooter. These guns are going to be way more accurate than we will ever be. So take it for what it's worth. I know some people really don't like the finger grooves. Me personally, I don't notice them when I go to purchase the firearm. Unlike the Glock Gen 4 series, where the finger grooves did protrude out a little bit more. Some people really didn't like them and they kind of took a Dremel and just shaved them all off. All personal preference on that. Me personally, I don't have an issue with these smaller finger grooves. They don't bug me. I feel like when I go to purchase it, they don't get in the way. The ergonomics of the texturing is okay. You know, I kind of wish that there was a little bit more up top, but it is what it is. This kind of reminds me of the CZP07 on how the texturing is here and not a little bit up here. It's okay. It is what it is. And you have your side straps, your back straps that you can do. I think it's 24 or 27 different configurations for you to find that perfect purchase. You know, these are kind of like shoes. What may fit you may not fit the next person. So it's kind of nice knowing that the fact that you can do, you know, that customization that in depth. That I think is kind of cool. So if you wanted to change out your straps, you would just pop this pin out. The back strap comes off, and then your side plates will also come off, and you can put, you know, a small and a large on the other side. You can do, you know, whatever configuration fits best for you. As far as getting high and tight on the firearm, I think that that is perfect. I will be changing out the back plate though, just because I don't want any debris or anything like that. When carrying a firearm, not many people talk about it, but I'm going to go ahead and say you do end up with lint, hair, and leftovers from 2 weeks ago if you're not, you know, staying on top of your maintenance of your firearm and your holster. Me personally, I just don't want no debris getting down in there into your striker channel. So what's really neat is that once the firearm is charged, you can see on how the striker indicator is right there. So no ammunition, nothing, dry fire, and the striker is gone. So I will be looking into a plate for that. There's a couple of companies that I might purchase one from. Not entirely too sure yet. We'll have to take it to the range and get some trigger time behind it, sight it in. But all in all, I mean, this is a phenomenal firearm. Very, very well built. You know, they did an excellent job on this. Of course, they do have the flared Magwell. If you want to run one, great. If you don't, that's totally fine. I do like on how the fact that there's these little divots right here to help you get rid of that magazine that you're having issues with. You can grab onto it and yank her out. It is ambi controls, so left side and right side, you can go ahead and drop that with ease, unlike the CZP10C, where it was a little bit difficulty to drop the slide and eject the magazine. This right here from both sides, butter. Just butter. I mean, this is a really neat gun. And so that kind of goes in depth a little bit of the optics plate, the optic, and the firearm itself. I just figured that I would make a video and kind of let you guys take a look at it, see what I think so far. I think that they did a phenomenal job on it. And I don't have a red dot handgun, so it was kind of nice knowing that the fact that I went this route. So anyway, thank you everyone for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And as always, we'll catch you guys in the next one.